I don't know about you, but I've been going and doing and going and doing, and that Christmas spirit just wasn't reaching inside me. And it is now. I feel, and I know this church feels so blessed to have someone that can bring music to us that ministers the way BA's music does. Thank you. So that song, Across the Land, dawns a brand new morn when a child is born. And that's what this morning is all about, isn't it? It's about the birth of a child over 2,000 years ago. And the scripture in Luke 2:11 reads, "To you is born this day in the city of David a Savior who is the Messiah, the Lord." It's Christmas Day. It's Jesus' birthday. And the story of Mary, of Joseph, of their journey to Bethlehem. No room at the inn, a baby born in a manger, shepherd, angels, wise men, a star, is a story that is being celebrated across the world today by 2 billion Christians. But did you know that the actual date of Jesus' birth is not known? It's not in the Bible anywhere. And his birthday wasn't even acknowledged in the first 3 centuries. In fact, the first official mention was in a Roman calendar in 336 AD. Isn't that interesting? And December 25th was actually chosen by the Roman officials because it coincided with the pagan festivals. And it made it easier for them to get the pagans to accept the religion, the Christian religion. In fact, historians believe that Jesus was actually born in the spring because of the shepherds and the sheep that are mentioned. Here in the United States, it was the British that brought the custom here. And the Puritans of colonial New England actually banned its observance because it was too pagan. And they called unity a cult, right? So it wasn't officially made a holiday here until 1870. So knowing what I do about the history of Christmas, which is a lot more than that, watching how commercialized it's become, writing as many Christmas talks as I have over the years, I found myself this year at a loss as to the message I would bring you this morning. And so sitting in meditation, really not knowing where I was going this morning, I heard the words, get real, be honest, go deeper with myself. And so as I went deeper, I asked the question, what does Christmas mean to me? What does it really mean to me? I don't know about you, but Christmas has meant many different things over my lifetime. So as a child, it meant to prepare. We'd walk in the woods, and we'd gather ferns that were princess pine and creeping jenny, and we'd make our Christmas wreath out of that. And then we'd go find a tree, either cedar or spruce, and my dad would carry it home for us to decorate with paper chains and those old ornaments that B.A. has on his tree at home. There was I think it was a cereal box, and it had this clown on it. And the clown was yellow with red polka dots. And I loved it. I cut it out, and it was my Christmas tree ornament. Every year, that was my special ornament. And my mom got so tired of that clown, she tore it up and threw it away on me. And I dug it out and I taped it, and she knew better. It was on the tray, tape and all, from then on. Our gifts were really simple. It was a small town. It was a farming area. So we would get coloring books and crayons and paper dolls and tinker toys. And one year my sister got a doll carriage, which was so awesome. I mean, the biggest gift we've ever gotten. I got married. I had children. And Christmas changed again for me. It was about building snowmen and hot chocolate and reading 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, writing letters to Santa, putting cookies and milk out for Santa Christmas Eve, getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning to open gifts. But the look on the faces, the joy, are still with me. And then it was packing the kids up to get to church, Christmas, Catholic church. You got to Mass on Sunday. Yeah. And then we had grandparents to visit. And so it was traipsing off to this grandparent and that grandparent. And the kids just wanted to be home and be with their gifts. What Christmas means to me has changed a lot over the years, as my life has changed. I've traveled a lot. I've lived in many different places. Do you know Singapore at Christmas time is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen decorated for Christmas? Didn't expect it. At one time on business, I was staying in a hotel across the Mall of America in Minnesota, the largest mall in the country, the largest indoor theme park. I got to shop in there every day. Wow! How fun was that? And then one Christmas, I was alone, driving through Malibu Beach, California on Christmas Day, feeling so free. I was so exhilarated that day. But Christmas, as a Unity minister, is an experience like no other. And it's given me the opportunity to really see beyond customs and traditions, beyond all my meanings, and the meanings of other people. It's great to experience that Hallmark Christmas feeling, isn't it? That's why we put those Hallmark movies on, huh? So we can cry and feel Christmassy. The carols, the movies, White Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Carol, Frosty the Snowman. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is 52 years old this year, guys. And then there's the Polar Express and Elf and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. All those things that help create that spirit. But what happens? What happens when life doesn't feel like a Hallmark Christmas? Where do we go to find the joy, the peace, the love? As a minister at Christmas time, I've prayed with those hurting from the loss of a job, relationships, health. I've sat at the bedside of those getting ready to make their transition. I comforted those who've lost a loved one and are spending their first Christmas alone. Hard to get that Hallmark feeling with those things going on, isn't it? When Christmas doesn't look like a Hallmark Christmas, we have to go deeper. We have to get real with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. And we have to ask, what does Christmas mean to me? Only by going deeper, only by going to that child within, can we really find the true meaning of Christmas. The real joy, the real love, the real peace, that no matter how life or outer circumstances have changed or are changing, we know what Christmas is. So what does Christmas mean to you? Is it decorating the trees and the lights and the gift giving and the delicious food and the parties and the family gatherings? They're all wonderful, yes. But not everyone gets to do that. And even when we do, underneath that, what is this celebration of the child born over 2,000 years ago really about for me? In Unity, you hear this. Christmas is about the Christ being reborn in us. What does that mean? The Christ, when we talk about the Christ, that's our divine nature. That's a spiritual pattern of wholeness in us. And being reborn to our Christ nature means reawakening to our awareness of who we really are. That child we were born into this world as, that we've forgotten about because we put all this other stuff on top of it, right? We think we're our job, our position, our connection in a relationship. We identify ourselves in so many ways. But this is a day I can get down inside to me, connecting again to the child I was born into this world as, full of hope, promise, and potential. The Christ within us, the Christ within each of you, no matter how you're labeling yourself, no matter how you're seeing yourself, no matter how you're judging yourself, is a creative energy of love. A creative energy of love that transcends all our human fears and worries, that allows us to see the oneness and the wholeness of all people, no matter their color, their race, their creed, all people. That allows us to see the divine order in all things that are happening in my life and in the world. And this creative energy that moves in, through, and as us has existed in potential even before Jesus. Can you hear that? It is so much bigger than our human brain can comprehend, isn't it? Jesus simply brought this into manifestation for us. We got to see it through his life. That's why in Unity we call Jesus way shower. So the Christmas story, Jesus' birth story, shows us the way. It shows us the way to that child within. Mary, Joseph, the nativity, the shepherds, the angels, the wise men, the stars, that's all my story. It's your story. Each person, each place, each thing, each event in the Christmas story represents a part of our soul's journey that leads to the rebirth of the Christ within us. No room at the inn. We know that, don't we, as part of the story. No room at the inn. Metaphysically, what that means is a mind preoccupied with things of the world. Do you have no room at your inn? What have you filled your inn with so that there's no room for the awareness of the Christ within you? How have you preoccupied your mind this Christmas season? I know I've done it. With all the things on the to-do list, to get ready list. All the things of my outer life, my outer affairs, of the affairs of the world. So I invite you right now, if you're willing, to close your eyes for a moment. And as you do, just take a breath. Let that breath move you deeper. as we move our thoughts, those thoughts that are filling our mind, as we turn them from the world to the manger of our heart. So we release, we let go, and we make room right now in this moment for the Christ to be reborn in you. In the manger of your heart, know the peace, know the love, know the joy that is Christmas. Breathe it in. Whisper thanks of gratitude for this knowing, this awareness, this moment, this infilling of the Christmas spirit. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Just take a nice deep breath. Christmas magic is powerful. But the power in our hearts is even more magical. The power to love one another. The ability to renew our faith over and over again. To bring hope into our own lives, into the lives of those around us, into the world. This is the greatest gift we can give, the greatest gift we can receive on Christmas. Charles Dickens wrote in A Christmas Carol, "I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year." I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I invite you to accept this as your affirmation with me. I will honor Christmas in my heart and keep it all the year. Again, I will honor Christmas in my heart and keep it all the year. Breathe it, own it, grab onto it. So this Christmas morning, I am offering you the reborn spirit of the Christ within you. I am offering you that you are the hands ready to serve in small and large ways. I am offering you that you have feet ready to walk the path of peace and light. I am offering you that you have a voice that speaks of love and oneness. That you have eyes that look for the goodness of peace and light in all people. This morning, I offer that you have a mind willing to believe in eternal possibilities, a heart willing to believe it can do its part in making Christmas not just one day a year, but a way of living all year through. We are the newborn babes that can bring healing and the healing embrace of spirit into this world. Us. That child, that Christ child in us that's being born today. We are the ones to bring the joy, the love, the peace, the light. And not with preachy, churchy words, guys, but with the flow that you're feeling this morning of that quickened love that follows the new birth in your heart. What does Christmas mean to me? It means allowing that child that was born as me to be awakened to its divine potential and then to demonstrate it in this world. We are born to do great things. By keeping the true meaning of Christmas alive all year, we can change this world, and we're needed right now. B.A. saying, across the land dawns a brand new morn when a child is born. May the Christ child in you be reborn this Christmas morning. God bless you and Merry Christmas.